In this video, I'm going to take a look at the sequence of steps that are needed to read a file using a programming language like Python. That means bring the content of the text file into the program to be processed. And here you can see I've got a circular shape representing the Python code. Now we're going to have the text file shown here, and that's separate from the Python code. It's in an area of memory that is not the same as the area of memory of the Python code. It's separate. And all files on a computer system will be controlled by the operating system. Now, the operating system will have a relationship to this file, and an operating system consists of many managers, and one of them is what's referred to as the file manager. And an operating system will know what all the files are on the computer system. It's its responsibility to put the files in the right place, to know where to go to get access to the file's contents, to move the files around the operating system file structure. And the Python code has to use the operating system, cooperate with the operating system to allow it to read from the file. Python will start its cooperation with the operating system by executing an appropriate program statement. And this program statement is the open statement. The operating system will set aside resources that allow the Python program to access the file. Now, these resources are essentially an area of the computer's memory which will hold things such as a file descriptor, which will say you can read this file or you can write this file. You can send information to and from the file. So the resources themselves are used up within the operating system to allow the Python code access to the file. And every time a file is placed within an operating system, there will be resources that will point to it that Python will use. Now, there's a lot to this area with respect to what the resources actually do, but we need this notion of as soon as your Python code decides to access a file, part of the computer's memory is taken up to store these resources. And there's a reason we now need to focus on this right at the very beginning, because when we move on and we finish with the file, we have to release these resources. But we'll talk more about that a little later in this video. Now, when the open statement within Python executes, the resources are set aside, and you will now have a link between the Python code and the file. Now, this link is often referred to as a stream. It's a connection, a conceptual connection from the program to the file. And in the case of the program we're going to be considering, the data that's in the file, which is going to be text, will be read from the file as illustrated by this arrow. And now the Python code has the contents of the file within itself. And the Python code, the Python program, can now process that data in some way. It could process it by possibly drawing a graph of the information that was taken from the file, for example. Let's home in on these resources for a moment. When you're dealing with the file, resources are set aside, which is essentially part of the computer's memory, holding things such as file descriptors. Maybe a buffer that buffers information that you're bringing from or sending to a file. And you may want to do a bit of background reading on that area yourself. But we've got one file and one lot of resources. If we had our Python program opening, let's say, 10 files, then there is going to be 10 lots of resources set aside. And the operating system's memory will have these resources taking up space. And this is not always desirable, because if your Python code has finished with the file, then you may as well free up the resources associated with that file, so the operating system is getting more of its memory back to be used for other things. So when you're dealing with file handling in Python, you have to bear in mind that resources will always be taken up when you're dealing with the file. And when you finish dealing with the file, you need to free these resources up. Now, within Python, the way in which you can free the resources up is by executing a program statement called close. And what the program statement close will do, it will release the resources so they effectively disappear, and the stream, the link, will also disappear. And then, of course, the close statement has finished its execution, and you're now back to the state you had before, where you got your Python code here, your operating system with the relationship to the file, and there is no connection between the Python code and the file. Python has used the contents of the file and no longer requires access to the file. So the steps you need to go through when reading from a text file using Python are coming into view now. The first step is to open the file for reading. The next step is, once the file is open for reading, you read the file's contents, bring it into the computer program, then you process that data, perhaps drawing a graph, as I've already suggested, and then you close the file to release the resources. This stops what's called memory leakage. It's where the operating system reclaims the area of memory that was necessary to be set aside when you were reading the file. And as soon as you don't need the file any longer, you close it to release the resources back to the operating system to be used for other things. So the process is here. Open the file, read the file, process the data in some way that you've brought from the file, and then remember to close the file. If you forget to close the file, what will happen? The operating system will have set aside areas of the computer's memory, and you're losing areas of your memory. And this can, when you're opening lots of files, if you keep on forgetting to close them, give problems in the execution of code. So always remember, when you know you've finished with the file, you need to close it to release those resources. The next video in the playlist will implement this algorithm as a Python program to show how we can read a text file.